Yes, the Knights are ready to rock in the stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. The Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So UCF's offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
On the move, it's Montgomery. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jackson gonna throw it. Got a man, it's Wade. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
The Knights will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Mountaineers offense will have its first possession of the game. On the option. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's White. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on the 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks in. 4th down is coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback on the keeper. Finds some fresh air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. It's complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch him, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to find room outside on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Snagged in the middle. It's Burke. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Off and running.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Mountaineers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
They They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Since Scott Frost led UCF to that perfect season in 2017, it's been a circuitous path. Not necessarily happy, but he's trying to bring back the magic to UCF.
Yeah, bring back the magic, the excitement. Just there's always so much talent. Jesse, we've called game there for years. Like, so much talent and speed in the state of Florida. And on that roster, it's just about putting it together.
I mean, they were hitting New Year's 6 bowl games.
Turning it on! Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punt is in the air. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Firing deep. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. He could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man, take care of you.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson will throw. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Burke. The Knights can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Burke. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He'll throw it. A strike downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's White.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got it in the middle, it's Vaughn. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
The play action fake. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Kick is in the air. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Caught in the backfield. It's Wade. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. That's caught. It's Burke. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's got it on the right. At the 45 on its way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Thomas.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The Knights will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! They take the lead with the 6.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You know, this is a very well-rounded defensive line. They play this 4-3 scheme. They've got guys up front that keep their gap integrity against the run, but they can also win one-on-one against the pass, and you just saw the speed off the edge by that D-end.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The sure hands, it's Vaughn. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Got his man downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't... Oh, no, the ball popped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The 50, the 40, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, West Virginia. The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Jackson will throw. Snagged out of the air. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Burke. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, after that incompletion, the bad news for this offense, you don't have a lot of points. The good news is you're tied, and you still have a chance to win this game. You've got to string some completions together, use the clock, be mindful to try and give yourselves an opportunity. The quarterback's got to keep his confidence up. I know throwing incompletions becomes frustrating, but this is a moment and juncture in the game where you've got to play with extreme confidence.
Makes the grab. It's Thomas. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Touch pass on the run. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Now, a 4th down.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.